Hey guys, Cool here, and today I'm going to teach you how to disassemble an Xbox One controller. So the first thing we're going to need is an Xbox One controller, obviously. And next we're going to need a Torx T8 screwdriver, specifically one that has a hole in the center, like so. And next we're going to need a razor blade or utility blade, and possibly a flathead screwdriver. So I've already disassembled my controller, but I'm just going to teach you guys how to. So the first thing you're going to notice, or the first thing you're going to want to do, is take off the battery pack. This comes off pretty easily. Everyone should know how to do that. And underneath here, there's going to be a sticker. I already removed mine. You can either take it off, tear it off, or you can just scratch it off and put it back on. A lot of people like to take them off with a razor blade, and then they can stick it back on to their new shell. So for example, I'm replacing my controller shell with this. So what I would do is I'd put the sticker here, and then it'll give it more of an authentic Xbox controller look. But I lost mine. So there's going to be one screw here. After you take the sticker off, you want to unscrew this screw. And then there's going to be these little plates here. You're going to want to take these off. And I guarantee you that these will not break when you take them off. So the first thing we're going to want to do is there's a small amount of glue. What you want to do is you want to break that glue by just barely going in there. And then we're just going to stick the blade in and pry away. Pry this way. And then this is going to come off easily like that. You can leave that there. And then we're going to want to do the same thing here. Pry up. And then this will come off too. Now we have this, and you're going to want to take your Torx T8 screwdriver. You're going to want to unscrew a screw here, a screw here, a screw here, and a screw here. So once all four of these screws are undone, you can remove the controller backing like this. If you're going to replace it with a new shell, you don't need to keep this. I always keep them because I find that sometimes other Xbox controllers get scratched, and it's always nice to have replacements in case this one does break. This is my replacement. So I'm going to keep this by, and I'm actually working on the interior of this controller. I'm installing some new LEDs. So it's going to be a blue LED controller with wood shell. It's going to look really nice when it's done. And I'm not going to seal this controller up because I still need to work on this, and I'll be doing another video on how to install LEDs and how to change the buttons here and how to change the joysticks, because, well, actually you can change the joysticks right now, but if you want to actually change the LEDs, the button colors, or the D-pad colors, you're going to need to open up the controller further, and for that it does require some soldering. You need to unsolder these connections that go to the motor, so you'll be able to pry up. And one thing I forgot to mention, if you want to take off this front base plate, you're going to need to do that if you want to replace it for a wood one. There's going to be two screws, which I actually already have unscrewed. That's why I forgot to mention them. Right here and right here. One here and one here. They screw into the front plate of the controller, so you'll want to unscrew these two, and then you can lift up your controller plate. So if you were just replacing the shell, you can buy shells for anywhere from $10 to $20 on eBay. What you would just do is just place it back on like that, and you would screw the two screws that you just unscrewed. You'd screw one of them in here, one of them in here, and then the front base plate would be secure. Now you'd take your backing plate, and you actually do still have to remove these two plates. So you're going to need to remove this plate again and remove this plate again on your new shell as well as the old one, because you still need to screw in the screws that go right here, here, right here, and here. There's still two screws that go there, and the controller won't seal up until you screw those in. So those just aren't screws you can't forget about. And then after that, you can put this back on. What you want to do for this is press down, make sure you have it's sealed right here. And you want to take these triggers and push them in. You're going to hear a click kind of, and you're going to feel it's going to be sealed. So then after that, what you can do is kind of feed this white part underneath this black part. For that, you will need this flathead screwdriver. Really simple. That's all we need to do. And then we just need to screw this screw in right here. And then if you want, you can put your optional sticker. And then put some batteries in. Put the battery pack in. And you're done. You have a really nice controller. Modified for 10 bucks. That's pretty cool. If you want, you can put some squid grips on. I'm putting squid grips on for sure. I didn't remove them from the packaging yet. So these are actually the ones for my 360. I actually tore them off because my 360 has a mod chip, and I'm putting the mod chip in my Xbox One. I didn't want to buy a new one. They're only like 10 bucks, but it's a good mod chip. I got a really good deal on it. So the motors, you actually don't need to keep the motors. So if you don't have soldering skills to take off to get to the LEDs or the buttons, you don't need the motors. I've taken motors off on many of my controllers actually. Here's the 360 controller. Notice how there's no motors. The Xbox controllers, the circuit boards don't require them to have controllers. So, I mean, there's only 2 wires going to it, as you can see, so nothing's going to happen if you cut it off. And once you cut off the motor, then you can lift up the circuit board and change the buttons. So, again, if you don't know how to unsolder or desolder things, you can just take some wire cutters and cut the wires. I'm not doing that because I like the feel of the motor when I shoot someone, for example in Battlefield, but it's up to you. So you're also going to really need to remove this little metal piece. This is crucial for when you're replacing your controller, because your controller, it won't receive any battery power, because this is what actually connects the batteries to the circuit. So you need this. First thing you're going to want to do when removing this is you're going to take a flathead screwdriver. Really helps. You're going to take this and you're going to lift up and then push down, and then you're going to get it right here, but it's not going to come down because you need to push these things in. So for that, just take a flathead and go down again and push some more. This part is really easy to do in hindsight, but it's kind of hard to do when I'm recording because there's a giant camera in the way. There we go. You want to get these little clips underneath the controller. There we go. This is gonna come off. So once you have that done, you can install this onto your new controller. Make sure it does not bend, because it will stop working eventually. You want to take this and put it in like this. This part goes like that, and then the front part, the positive and negative part, is going to come up like so. So it should look like that once you've installed it, and then that's all you need to do for replacing your shell. Thanks for watching, guys. Comment, rate, subscribe. I'll be putting some more Xbox One, Xbox 360 videos out there. If you like this, leave a like, subscribe again, and thanks for watching my videos, guys. See you next video.